Now from the right hand side under template, select dashboard option, Will City dashboard, which is over here. So select this thing and click on publish. All right. And just like this, you have created your dashboard page. Now again, if you open this thing in a new tab, and here as you can see, you have your dashboard page created for you just like this. Again, come back to your dashboard. In fact, I would recommend you to do one thing. If you see there is one dashboard page already created for you, this is for Dokkan. So you can delete this dashboard page as well. So click on trash and this will be obviously deleted. And you can delete this one as well, store list. This is also not really required. Alright, now once you delete these two pages, now let's create our next page. Click on add new and create our add listing page. So once you click on add listing, if you click on this button, add listing from top, obviously you'll go through this step. First you have to select a package. So we'll have to create this packages page as well. So suppose whatever package you select, if I click on add listing, and whatever package I select after that, if I click on get now, you will be redirected to this add listing page. So we need to create this packages page and this add listing page as well. First, let's create this add listing page. So give it a title of add listing, or obviously if you want submit listing, anything like that. And again, from the right hand side, this time you have to select Will City add listing over here and publish this page. This is also created just like this. Now this will not work properly. If you just open this in a new tab, it will not work properly right now. We have to do a few things over here. This is a blank page. As you can see, it says missing required information. I'll show you how you can fix this thing. This is just a blank page. So again, come back to your website. Now let's create our packages page. So again, click on this add new button and under title, just type in packages. And obviously now at the right hand side, you have to select under template, Will City packages. So it will be at bottom, as you can see, Will City package page. Select this option and publish this page. Now we'll need to do a few more things on this. We'll need to use Elementor to create this thing. So click on edit with Elementor. And over here you have to search for pricing plan. Now I'll show you how to use Elementor in detail later on when we create our home page and different pages. Right now you will see this search widget over here at the left hand side. Under that, just search for pricing plan. You'll see this option, Will City pricing table. Drag and drop it over here. Now under item list, just select 3 items if you're planning to create 3 different packages. And under listing type, select this option, depends on listing type request. Okay, just select this much and click on update. Obviously this is a blank page right now because we have not yet created any packages. If I come back, so basically it will look something like this page. So if you select, if you see, we have selected 3 items per row. So it will display 3 items per row. And once you click on that thing, the listing or the packages will show depending on the listing type. So if you click on add listing, this is a different type of listing. So if you click on this thing, as you can see, we are getting 3 packages, advanced, basic and premium. If you again come back and if you select suppose restaurant, here you will get 3 different packages, popular, professional and free. Okay, so this is how it works. If you don't understand, don't worry. Once we start creating different packages and different listings, you will understand everything more properly. Now again, come back to this thing and now we can cut back to our dashboard. So you can click on this hamburger icon, this 3 lines icon, and click on exit to dashboard. Now let's create a search page. So whenever someone searches for something, they will be redirected to that page. That will be a search page. So again, click on this W, come back to your WordPress dashboard, click on add new. Now in the title, you can just type in search. And now at the right hand side, you have to select this option, Will City search version 2. Select this and publish this page. And obviously this will become your search page. Now finally, one more page. So again, come back to your dashboard and create a new page. Click on add new. And under title, just type in become an author. And at the right hand side, you have to select become an author template. Will City become an author. Okay. And over here at the bottom, we have to type in all the different terms and conditions. So now basically what is happening over here is whenever someone sign up on your website, they sign up as a subscriber. Basically they sign up as a regular person. And if they want to become an author, author means someone who will be able to create a listing. Okay, so if they want to create a listing, they'll have to first become an author. So they have to fill in this form, or basically it will not be a form. It will just be a single button. Once they click on that button, they will be converted into an author or into a contributor, and now they can start creating different listings. So on this page, if you have any terms and conditions or terms of services, you can list them. So you can just go ahead and type it like this. I'll just do one thing. I'll paste in some dummy text over here. So I'll paste in maybe this much. Okay, this is just some dummy text. Paste it over here. All right. Now just go ahead and publish this page, and this page is also created. Again, come back to your dashboard. Okay, so now let's do one thing. Let's create different packages. We have created the packages page, but we have not created individual packages for that. For example, if I open this packages page in a new tab, if you see this view, you can click on this thing, right click on this thing and click on open link in a new tab. This is how it will look like. If you click on add listing, for example, if you want to add a new listing, now as you can see, we don't have any listing plans created, any packages created for that. So let's see how we can do that. So for that, you will see that thing under this option, listing plans. Click on this listing plans. And now you need to click on add new. Now over here, suppose if I click on add listing over here, as you can see, we have created 3: basic, premium and advanced. Obviously in the basic, you will have only few options, like you can add only one single listing, but you cannot upgrade, you cannot, all these things are not available. Only one option. If you select a higher plan, most of the things are available, but these 3 things are not available. If you select the highest plan, obviously all the options will be available for you. All the features will be available for you. So we also have to create a similar plan. So suppose if I create a basic plan, I can type in basic. Now set this plan to. Under this thing, you have to select listing plan and click on execute. Now it will say congratulations, this plan has been added to listing. Now click on add. Now you need to set all these things that you want to enable or disable. For example, now under description, what it will say popular, or if you want, you can select that thing. Now under pricing, regular price, for example, the basic regular price is 0. So this is a free plan basically. So I'll just type in 0 over here. Then period day, you can select for how many days this listing will be available. So under listing availability, with this plan can create, this person can create, with this plan, this person can create only one single listing. And for period day, I'll just type in 365 days. So this is for 1 year probably. So I'll just type in 365 over here. Now what all option you want to enable or disable? So this person can upload the featured image, cover image, logo, but they cannot have this statistics in this sidebar. I will disable this thing. So if you open a single listing, you will see and you will understand all these things. So let me open a single listing. If I go to listings option, if I click on listings, here you will see all the different listings that are created on your website. If you open a single one, for example, let's open this first one. Oh, see here what we are saying is this person can upload this featured image, this person can upload this image, this logo basically, but this person will not see this statistics in this sidebar. So if you see this sidebar, here we can add statistics like this. So this person cannot add something like this in this sidebar. So similarly, you can just go ahead, you can enable or disable. This person also cannot add business hours or like this. Okay, here we don't have, but you can add business hours at the right hand side. So if you're selecting this basic plan, you cannot do this thing with this plan. So I'll disable this thing as well. Toggle price range, maybe this is this can all to be done as well. So I'll disable this thing as well. So as you can see, price range, this person who is selecting this basic plan cannot have this option as well. So you get the point. So similarly, you can go ahead, enable or disable anything like this. And after that, you can do one thing, come at the top and you can create all these things that are available and all those things that are not available. Just like you have seen in the packages page. So again, if you go to packages, click on add listing. Here, as you can see, we have this list created. So let's just copy this list and paste it over here. Just click on this. And now as you can see, this is pasted for you. Now you just need to do one thing. You need to create, let me actually delete one thing. Let me show you how it works. You just need to create a list. Let me actually delete this thing as well. Show you from scratch. So first you need to create a list. Click on this plus button and search for list. Okay, select this list option. Now if something is available, for example, this person can add one listing. If you see this thing, listing available, this person can add one listing. So I'll type in one listing. Okay, now this person cannot do this thing, as you can see, cannot have this sidebar statistics. Okay, so I'll type in sidebar statistics. Okay, and I'll strike through this thing. So you can select this much. For example, if you want to strike through this thing, select this and click on this drop down button and select strike through. So you'll get this design. Okay, you'll see this cross over here and this thing will be strike through like this. So similarly, you can just go ahead and create a listing like this. Let me just copy and paste in this listing over here just to save some time. All right, you can go ahead and create a listing like this, and after that you can publish this plan. Again, come back to this dashboard, or just come back to dashboard and create a new plan. Click on add new. let's create the highest end plan, premium plan. So I'll just name it premium. Now this plan also I want to set this as my listing plan. So I'll select listing plan and click on execute. And again, you will see this notice over here, or you'll see this option. Congratulations, this has been added. Click on OK. Now under listing category, just make it as it is. And I want to add this under my recommended. So this plan will be recommended. And after that, you can now set price. So for example, the price is $19.99. And how many listings you can add? Maybe 50 listings. And this will be available for 1 year. And I want to make sure everything is enabled over here. Okay. So this person can do everything from here. Now you can go ahead, select this option, copy everything. Maybe let me copy these options from here. Okay. And just like this, you can create your own listing option. Okay. Now again, just go ahead and publish this plan. And now again, if you come back to this packages plan, and now if you click on add listing, let's see what happens. Now, as you can see, we get these two options. Now here it says popular, and this is also the recommended one. So you get, as you can see, these two listings are now available. Now, if you select this option, if you click on add event, you won't see that option, because for events, for all these different listing types, you have to create different packages. Now, let me explain you one thing, very basic thing. Now there are different types of listings available over here. So if you click on add listing, different types of listings are available, and for each type of these listings you can have different styling for the single listing page, and you can also have different features. So similarly, for example, here as you can see, I have added a listing type of restaurant. So under restaurant, you can have a different style, you can have different options. So for example, under restaurant, you can have restaurant menu option, but in add house, you don't need that restaurant menu option. So for each listing, we'll have different styles and we'll have different options, and similarly, we'll have different plans for them as well. Now these two listing types are already created for you, listing, the regular listing and event. These two are already created for you. Later on in this video, I'll also show you how you can create a new listing style. For example, if you want to add house listing style for real estate listing or restaurant listing style, I'll show you how you can do that thing and how you can create a form for that. Now let's create our form. So if you click on this option, if you click on add listing, for example, as you can see, this is not yet working because we have not yet created our form. So let's see how we can create that form. So people, when they select any package, they can see that form. So if I click on add listing, if I select any package, for example, if I select this middle package, click on get now, I can now see this form. So let's see how we can create this form. So for this, again, come back to your dashboard. Now again, come back to this option. Now here at the left hand side, you'll see below tools. Under this, you will see listing settings. Okay, click on listing settings. And over here, you can create that form. Now, as you can see, this is an empty form right now. We can create our own form. So first of all, you can have, like, let me just use this option. So first we have this header option over here. So if you want to add the header option, as you can see, you have this header, just drag and drop it at the bottom like this. Okay, like this. Now we have the header option. For header, if you want some other icon, for example, here we have this icon. If you want some other icon, you can click on this option, select some other icon for header. Maybe let me select this icon, click on use icon. So this icon is added. Section name, it says header. We also have header. If you want to change this thing, you can also give some description. Now listing title will be required. So here, as you can see, listing title, tagline, logo and cover. Okay, so listing title, tagline, logo and cover. If you want to set this thing required, you can have it, or if you want to make it not required, you can just untick it like this, and that will become not required. Now you can minimize this thing. Second option is contact information. So again, you will see this thing at top. Here it is, as you can see, drag and drop it over here at the bottom, contact information. Similarly, you can go ahead and change the icon, change the section name, and which all option you want. If you want to hide some option, for example, here we have email, phone number and website. Now suppose if you want to hide this website option, I don't want people to enter their website name, so you can just untick this thing. Okay, and maybe you want to make phone number compulsory, so people must enter their phone number, so you can make it required as well. Okay, so you can set it like this. Similarly, next option is tags. Then we have listing address, so you can search for tags, which is over here. Let me actually do one thing. Let me minimize this size just so that I can show you this thing properly. Now if you search for tags, which is over here, drag and drop it like this. Okay, then we have listing address. So this is the listing address. I'll drag and drop it over here. Okay, this is how it will work, as you can see. I'll minimize this thing as well. Then we have listing content. You can search for this thing as well. Here it is, as you can see, listing content. Drag and drop it. Obviously, if you want to rearrange them, if you want contact at the bottom, you can bring contact at the bottom as well. Then category, gallery, and business are. So if you search for that, we have category, minimize it. Then we need gallery, which is over here. Then we need business hours, which will be over here. Let me search for that. Here it is. Bring it over here at the bottom. Okay, like this. Now here, as you can see, we have few more options like restaurant menu, custom button. So obviously this is nothing related to restaurant. So we are not going to use these options. You can use text area, date, time, select fields, checkbox field, group field, text field. These are some custom options that you can use to create any kind of form, and you can showcase these details on your single listing page wherever you want. Then after that we have video URL. Maybe I don't want this video URL thing, or maybe we want it. Then you can also add a custom button. I don't want this product option. And listing type relationship also, we don't want this thing. So maybe video URL, let me search for that. Here it is. Drag and drop it over here. I want this much. And maybe let me just select this custom button as well. Just to show you how this thing works. Okay. Now once you have this thing, you can now go ahead and click on save changes. Now we have more settings related to this. So this was under add listing tab. So we have created this form. Now under listing card, we have some more options like button info. It will say total buttons, Google address, all these things, phone number, card photo. We have this listing category. Now this is related to the card or the archive page. When you see this search page or the archive page, you will see that listing card and what all information you want to display under the listing card. You can set that thing over here. For example, if you see the search page, here as you can see, first we have this featured image, then we have the title, then we have this tagline, we have the address, phone number, and then at the bottom we have this category. You can see this option over here. First we have this total views in the button. If you see button here, it says total views 33 or 37 views. So that is what we have. Instead of this, if you want to add, call us or email us, you can have that option as well. Then we have the Google address and phone number. As you can see, Google address and phone number. Instead of this, obviously, if you want something else, you want listing tag or something else, you can have that thing as well. Instead of phone number, if you want something else, you can have that thing as well. And at the bottom, we have listing category. As you can see, this is your listing category: destination, beautiful, food and drink. These are all different categories. So you can set this thing and you can control this thing like this. And now you can just go ahead and click on save settings. You can, if you want, you can add a new section, click on add new section, and you can design it like that. Then next option is review settings. So whether you want to enable reviews, so you can enable it or you can disable it. Single highlight box, we have made it no. Single navigation. So this single highlight box, single navigation, single sidebar, this is all related to single listing. So if you open any one of these listings, for example, if I open this first listing, this is your single listing page. So whatever you want to do it over here, you can have it. So if you see this single navigation, if you see coupons, photos, description, okay, this is what it is. This menu at top. So whatever option you want over here, you can have it. For example, we have home, description, listing features. So as you can see, photo, description, listing features. If you want to rearrange this thing, you can do it like this as well. Now we don't want restaurant menu over here, so you can just delete restaurant menu, because this is related to listing. We don't want restaurant menu in the listing. We want description to be very first, and we don't want my products as well, because we are not going to create any products. So we'll delete this thing as well. So as you can see, again, if you want to add a new section, new taxonomy, click on add new taxonomy, and you can add a new option over here. All right, so you can do that thing. I'll just delete it. And if you mess up anything over here, don't worry, you can always click on reset defaults and it will reset to defaults. Now click on save changes again. Now we have this single sidebar. So if you see this sidebar, first we have business info, price range, category. So similarly, you can have a sidebar. Here as you can see, first we have business hours, price range, single price, business info, statistics, taxonomy, map, all these things are added over here. If you want to add more option, for example, if you want to also add promoted option, so we'll bring it over here maybe under promotion. All right. Now let's see what we have. Enable this sidebar item, make it yes. You can have one more promotion option at the bottom. You can add a custom section, then you can add some more section, related listing if you want to maybe display related set listing at the bottom. Let me just do it like this. Minimize all these things. So maybe I want to add a related listing over here below statistics. So I can bring it over here and click on save settings. So as you can see, you can control this whole layout. Then we have the main search form. So again, if you go back to that search page, if I click on all listing, which is my search page, here as you can see, we have all these different options. If someone wants to, filter or sort anything like this, for example, if this person wants to filter by category, they can click on category. Now they can select any category that they want, and now it will filter all those listing. Similarly, if they want to filter by price range, by discount, by rating, they can click on this. So all these options are that. Tags, sort by, newest. If you want to add anything over here, if you want to delete, maybe you don't want this much option. If you want only three or four option, you can have that option, and rest all you can just delete it. So for example, I want new price range. I'll bring it over here. Then rating, then type, then newest, sort by. Okay, open now. This is also useful. Price range is useful. Category is useful, and maybe nearby me, this is useful. So maybe I want only this much, so I can select this and click on save changes. Again, if you want to add more or less, you can do that. Now hero search form. Now this is related to the search form that we have created on our home page. If I go back to my home page, so this is the search form that we have created. So we'll see this thing later on. Just let it be as it is, or maybe let's see. I want to display maybe three things: search by listing title, location, and category. So here as you can see, first we have title, so bring it over here at the bottom, listing title. Then we have location, so this is location, bring it over here. And then we have category. Okay, if you want to add only listing, category, and title, maybe you can delete this location. Or if you want to add one more, for example, event date, event filter, region, you can add one more as well. Now click on save changes. Then after that, schema markup, you can just leave it as it is. Okay, so we have created all the required pages. We have also created different packaging plans or different pricing plans. And after that, we have now also created this listing. And we have seen all the settings related to single listing, all the different forms. Now let's see whether it is working or not. So again, if you come back to packages, click on add listing. So now you're seeing this package, which is good. Now let's see what happens when a person selects this package. So if a person selects this package, they will just see this page, which is just a simple thing. It just shows whatever it is present over here. But obviously it should not work like this. Now what we actually want is, whenever someone clicks on this get now button, they should now see that add listing page like we have it over here. If someone clicks on add listing, they will now see all the different listing types. If they click on add listing, then they select the package and click on get now, then they will see this plan page, or basically then they will see this form. They can fill in the form, and in the next step they can make the payment. Now because we have not done any payment related settings, this is not working. So first we'll have to fix the payment part, so that we have some option, some payment gateway integrated with our website, so that we can accept online payments. Only after that this is going to work. So again, if you come back to your website, you will see this WooCommerce option at the left hand side. Hover over that and click on settings. Now we have already entered our store address. You don't need to do any settings over here. Just come at the bottom, and if you want to change the currency, for example here by default is US dollar. If you want to change it to pound, euro, Indian rupee, whatever currency, you can just select that currency from here and click on save changes. Now we have few more options. For example, next option is your products option. If you go to that, here you will see this option. You can change the weight unit to gram, not really important, but you can change that thing. Then we have a shipping option. Shipping actually is not really important. In fact, not even required over here, because we are not shipping any physical product. This is just a digital thing. So go to payments, and now we have to set up all the different payment gateways that we want to use on our website. Now for that, you can do one thing. You can open plugins in a new tab, and we need to install different plugins. So click on add new. Now there are many different plugins for different payment gateways, and also there are many different payment gateways for different regions. For example, for Europe and for USA, you have Stripe and PayPal. For India, you have PayUmoney, Razorpay, Paytm, many different payment gateways. And similarly for different countries, for different regions, I'm sure there are many different payment gateways available. So you have to use those payment gateways. You have to search plugins related to those. For example, if you want to enable, or if you want to integrate PayPal, just search for PayPal. And here, as you can see, there are so many different options available. I would recommend you to always choose from verified and from genuine people, genuine developers. So this is, as you can see, by WooCommerce. So you can install this one, WooCommerce PayPal checkout payment gateway. There are more, but those are not really from verified people. Then after that, you can search for Stripe, which is again another great payment gateway. And again, this is by WooCommerce. So this is the one that I want to install. Similarly, if you want to search for Razorpay, you can search for Razorpay. If you want to search for CC Avenue, hundreds of different payment gateways are available. You can search for them. Now click on plugins from the left hand side and make sure to activate these two that you have just installed. Activate these two options, and under bulk action, select activate, click on apply. Now once it is done, again if you come back to your WooCommerce option, payment option, and refresh this page, or again click on payments. Now as you can see, so many new options are added. We want to enable PayPal and Stripe, these two options, and click on save changes. Let me show you how you can integrate these two payment gateways. First of all, click on PayPal checkout. Now to integrate this thing, to use this PayPal option on your website, you will need three things. You'll see that thing over here. You need your API username, password, and signature. And to get this thing, you need to go to paypal.com, log into your PayPal account. Now if you have a business PayPal account or a regular PayPal account, everything will work over here. So just log into your account. Now once you log into your PayPal account, you will see in the URL bar it says paypal.com. Instead of that, type in this thing, paypal.com/businessmanage/credentials/API access. And if you see A in access is capital. So type in this thing and press enter. You will now be redirected to this page. Here you have to scroll down and select this option, MVP/SOAP API integration. Click on manage API credentials. And here you have your API username, password, and signature. You just need to click on show. Copy your username, come back to your website, obviously paste it under username. Similarly, just click on show, copy your password, paste it under password, copy your signature and paste it under signature. I'll need to hide these things from here. Right, so as you can see, I've successfully entered all three details. Now I can go ahead at the bottom and now click on save changes. Now we have enabled PayPal. Now we can accept payments through PayPal. Now again, if you go back to payments, let's see how we can enable Stripe. So click on Stripe. Now this is one of the most important one, because with this you can accept credit and debit card payments right on your website. First of all, make sure to untick this thing, enable test mode. We don't want to enable test mode, so make sure that this tick mark is removed. Now to use this thing, we need the live publishable key and secret key. And to get this thing, you need to go to this website, dashboard.stripe.com. Obviously before this, you must create a Stripe account, which is pretty easy, hardly takes few minutes. Now once you log into your Stripe dashboard, now at the left hand side you'll see developers, and under that you'll see API keys. Select that option. Here you'll get your publishable key and secret key. Click on publishable key. It will automatically be copied. Come over here. Obviously paste it under publishable key. Now similarly copy your secret key and come back to this website and paste it in your secret key. Again, go ahead at the bottom and click on save changes, and now you can start accepting credit and debit card payments right on your website. Now again, come back to payments. Now I want to do one more thing. I want to enable cash on delivery. You obviously should never enable cash on delivery. I'm doing this thing just for tutorial purposes, because in the next step I'll have to make payment to myself. So I don't want to make payment to myself. I just want to select cash on delivery. Obviously in the next step you'll understand what I'm trying to say. Now after that, you need to click on accounts and privacy, and we have to do a few things. So here you need to tick mark these two things, these three things in fact. Allow customers to log into an existing account during checkout, allow customers to create an account during checkout, and allow customers to create an account on the My Account page. And untick these two things. Okay, these two bottom things. Make sure you untick this thing. Now go ahead at the bottom. Obviously again click on save changes. Now finally go to your advanced tab and just make sure that under cart page, cart is selected, under checkout page, checkout, and obviously under My Account page should be selected. Now click on save changes. Now at the left hand side you will see Vlog submission, which is over here, Vlog submission. Click on this option. Now we have few settings related to this. First of all, make sure this is enabled. below submission, this is enabled. Now, whether you want to enable become an author option, so we have enabled this option. If you remember, we have created become an author page. So we want to enable this option, and you can set that page. If you click on this thing, you will see that page that you have created. And after that, now approve payment, automatically approve after payment successful. Make sure you select this option, and you can type in 0 here if you want, or if you want, you can just leave it as it is. Allow users to edit or publish listing. If you want, you can allow them, or if you want to, you can just not allow them. Now by default it is set to editable and need to review before republishing. You can just make it at editable and immediately approved. So whenever someone submits a listing, after that if they want to edit, so it will be immediately approved. Or if you select this first option, once they make any changes, once they edit the listing, first you will have to approve that, only then it will be republished. And then make sure you come to this option, package settings, which is very important, and make sure you have selected all your packages over here. Okay, so this is related to plans for listing. You'll have different plans. As you can see, if you remember, I have said you that two types are already created, two listing types, listing and event. So you have to select plan for listing, plan for events. And after that, come over here, and under mode, under payment mode, make sure it is live and not sandbox. And you can again change the currency from here. Make sure your WooCommerce currency and this currency code are same. Now under payment gateway, delete these things and select this option, WooCommerce. Okay, because we have set WooCommerce payment gateway. So make sure you select this option. And under dashboard page, just select the dashboard page, user dashboard page that you have created. Under add listing page, select a plan, select this option, select a plan before adding. Package page, select your packages page. Add listing page, select your add listing page. Checkout page, you will have your checkout page over here. Here it is. Select that. You can create a thank you page and you can select that thing over here. Similarly, you can create a cancel page and you can set that thing over here. Now leave these PayPal and Stripe settings because we have already done these settings under WooCommerce. So this thing is overridden. Now we can go ahead and click on submit. And now let's try it again. Again, if you come back to packages, in fact, let's see from beginning. If I click on add listing, I'll be redirected to this page. If I click on add listing again, I'll see the packages. If I select this package, for example, click on get now. Let's see what happens. Now, as you can see, this is working properly. Now we are redirected to this section. We can simply fill in this form and now we can save and preview. Now, before we fill in this form, we need few things. For example, if you scroll down under region, this is not working because we have not yet set up Google Maps. So you'll need Google Map API key for this to work properly. Then after that, we have not created any categories. So we need to create few categories so that whenever someone comes to your website and whenever they're trying to add a new listing, they can select these any one of these categories. And yeah, and then we can also create different locations. We have not yet created different regions. So if you click on select region, as you can see, we have not yet created any regions. So you can create these regions as well. So first we'll need to do these things. Only after that we can submit our first listing. So let's see how we can do that. Again, come back to your dashboard. Let's start with listing categories. So hover over listings and click on listing categories. So if you see over here, we have different categories and all these different categories have different icons and different colors. So if you see, this is destinations. This is one of those categories. We have the globe icon. We have this color. We have this icon, this color. So we can have different icons and different color for this thing. So again, you come back to this option and you start adding these categories. So for example, let's add destinations first of all. So suppose this is one of the examples. This is one of the categories. So I can just name it this thing. And now when you scroll down, you can add some description. You can add a tagline. And after that, you can select whether this belongs to listing or event. So when someone is creating a listing, this category will show up. So I'll select listing. Then you can select the icon color. So maybe I'll select this red color. Then you can select the icon image. So let me just upload maybe this image. Click on open. And obviously click on use this image. Now you can also add a featured image over here. And this featured image will be shown if you're using this option in the home page. As you can see, for different options, for different categories, for destinations, shopping, hotels, nightlife, we have different featured images. So you can upload some featured image from here. and after that you can upload all these images from here. So maybe I want to use, let's see, suppose we want to use this image for this. So we'll select this, click on open. This is going to be our featured image. Now click on use this image over here at the bottom right. And now you can just go ahead at the bottom and click on add new listing category. Similarly, you can just go ahead and add as many listing categories as you want. Now to add a new location, you can click on under listing, you will see this option listing location. And now you can go ahead and add different locations. So you can add a country, and under that country you can add different cities. For example, suppose I'm focusing only in India for this website. So I'm focusing this niche. So I'll select India, and after that you can do one thing, go ahead at the bottom, select featured image and tagline. Under tagline, I'll just select India. Under featured image, upload some image. Let me upload few images from here. Maybe let me upload this and this. Okay. So when someone selects India, I want to select, maybe I want to show this image probably. Okay. So I'll select this, click on use this image. Okay. Now you can just go ahead at the bottom, and again from here you can select listing. For this, I think you should not select anything, or if you want, you can select all option, because I want this option to be shown. I want this location option to be shown for all the different option. Now click on add new listing location. Now next time when you're creating any city, and if that city comes under this country, for example, if I'm creating Mumbai and Mumbai comes under India, so under parent location you can select India. Now under tagline, a city in India. Obviously you can type, or you can have a better tagline. Now under featured image, maybe I want to use this image, click on use this image, and again go ahead at the bottom, click on use this listing or add new listing location. And as you can see, just like this, we have added few more. Now just go ahead and add as many listing locations as you want. Now basically the more important thing would be to add Google Map API key, so that we don't even need to do all these things. This thing will be automatically generated. So let me show you how you can do that. So we need to do one thing. You need to go to this website, console.cloud.google.com. Okay, so console.cloud.google.com. Once you go to this website, you'll have to log into your Gmail account. Now once you log into your account, you will see a page something like this. First of all, you have to, if you're doing this for the very first time, you'll need to create a new project. So you'll need to click on this, and you need to click on this option, new project button. Click on this button. Now let me name it probably Will City. Okay, now click on create. Now this is getting created. As you can see the progress over here. Once it is created, you'll see this check mark. Now you can click on this thing again, and now as you can see, Will City, search for that. Here we have this thing at top. Click on Will City, or whatever name you have given it. Now we need to enable few APIs. For example, as you can see, we need to enable geolocation API, all these different APIs. So if you click on geolocation API key, here you need to click on enable. Click on enable. Now once it is enabled, you will see this page will reload, and you will be redirected to this page. Again, let's go back to this option. If let's enable few more API keys. So maybe select this second one, directions API. Click on enable. Again, once it is enabled, you just need to do the same thing again and again. You need to click on these options one by one, and you need to enable them. So let me show you one more. Select this thing, enable it. Once it is enabled, just go ahead at the bottom from that list, enable all the given listing APIs. Now just to save some time, I am ignoring this thing, but obviously as I said earlier, you need to do that. Now once you do that, after that you need to click on this option API. You need to click on credentials from the left hand side, and you need to create a new credential, new API key. So to create a new API key, click on create credentials, select API key. This key will be created for you, but we need to restrict this key. So click on restrict key, and first let's go to our website. Now if you go to your website, you'll see this thing at top, theme options. Click on that, and under theme options, click on map settings, and here as you can see, we need HTTP restriction and IP restriction. Okay, so first let's see HTTP restriction. So select this option. Under API name, you can name it anything you want, and under restriction, select HTTP and click on add new item, and enter your website link over here. So whatever your website link is, enter it over here. And as you can see, if I delete this thing, you have to enter it like this. Okay, just after this, put in this thing. If you again say, this is how it will be, and before this, put in like this. So follow this process and click on done. Now click on save. You have created HTTP restricted API key. Now you can copy this API key from here. So just click on this thing, it will be copied, come back to your website, paste it over here. Now we need to create IP restricted key. So click on create credentials again, API key. Again, just restrict this key. And once you do that, this time select IP address. Now click on add new item. Right now just enable, just add anything you want, just like this. And once you add this thing, you will see in the next step, I'll show you how you can get your own IP restricted thing. First, just add anything like this and save this thing. Once you save this thing again, you will get this key. This will be key 2. Copy it, paste it under this option. Now go ahead the bottom and click on save changes. Right, so now everything is 100% completed. Now we can go ahead and add our first listing. So what I'll do is I'll open this website, that the website that we're creating. I'll open this in a new incognito window, in a new private window, just so that I can show you all the different steps. So I'll open this in a new incognito window or a new private window. Let's see whether we can register properly, and after that we are able to add a listing properly or not. So first we'll register as a new seller. Click on register. Under username, I'll type in some username. Under email, I'll type in some email. All right. And set some password over here. Now you can agree to terms and conditions. Click on register. This account will be registered and you will be redirected. We have to set this page, redirection page. Right now they are just redirected to the home page. We'll see how to set that page. So now if this person wants to become an author, they can do one thing. Click on this button, become an author, and they will be redirected to this page, become an author page. If you remember, I've shown you how to create this thing. They will tick mark these 2 things and click on submit, and they will now become an author. Now they can click on this button, take me to the add listing page. Now from this page, first of all, when they click on this page, they will be redirected to packages. Now if they click on add listing, let's see, they will see this packages. Suppose if this person wants to purchase this package, click on get now, and now they will see this thing. Now let me do one thing. Let me open this demo website over here, just so that we can copy paste some listing details over here. So suppose this is the listing that we want to create. So this is the title of the listing. So this is the title. If there is any tagline, we have not yet given it tagline, but I'll give this thing as my tagline. It will show just below the listing. Now logo. Now this is the logo. So I'll enter this logo, upload this logo. Let's upload this image. This will be useful. Then we have this logo image, and then let's upload these images. These will be useful as well. All right, now let's click on open. Now let's select this image and upload it as our logo image. So select this much. Let me minimize this. All right, now select this select button. Now we have the cover image. If you want to upload some image as your cover image, you can do this thing as well. Maybe let me select this image, click on, or maybe let's select this image. So select any image you want and click on select. This will be uploaded as cover image. Now select listing. Okay, we have not yet created features. You can create tags for your listing as well. Just like we created, categories and location, you can create tags as well. If you see this option under listings, you have listing tags. You can create different tags as well. Now this is not compulsory, so I'll just leave it. Now this map is not working properly, obviously, because we have not enabled all the different API keys. But once you do that, this should work properly. Now you have to select some region. So maybe I'll select India, or if you want, you can select under India, you can select some location. Now if this map works properly, if you enter your exact location, for example, if you enter something like this, you will see suggestion and you can click on that thing. It will automatically get your latitude and longitude based on that location. But because we have not enabled all the API keys, this is not working properly. So if you want, you can also get your latitude and longitude manually. Just go to this website, latlong.net. Enter some address over here. And here you have your latitude code. Paste it over here. And your longitude code. Paste it over here. All right. Now scroll down. You need to enter the content. This is obviously your content. And below this thing, if you want to add some images as well, you can do that. Now you can select some category for this. There are few things blank which, because we have not selected all the different things, you can select more things. If you remember, I have shown you how to create this form. So while creating that form, you can select more options. Now click on select. Now if you want video URL, you can paste in the link. Now if you want to add a custom button, you can first of all select some icon. Maybe let's select this icon, marker icon. Button link, when someone clicks on that button, they will be redirected to this link. And button name, I'll just type in, click here. Now they will click on save and preview. In the next step, they will see the preview of this listing. So right now, this is how this listing is looking. All right, video, all these things. We'll change the style a little bit more. First, let's click on pay and publish. Now, once this person clicks on pay and publish, they will be redirected to the checkout page. Alright, so checkout page is not working. It is because our cart is currently empty, and this is working because of one problem. Let me show you how you can fix this problem. So we have created two different packages. Now for those packages, you also have to create different products, and you have to link those packages with products. Let me show you how that is done. So you need to click on products from here. Here, as you can see, products, click on that. If you remember, we have created basic and premium package. So click on create product. First, let's click on basic product. Now you don't need to do anything, just give it a title of basic, scroll down, under price, make it 0 because this was a free package. Under inventory, tick mark this thing, sold individually. And after that, under listing price, select this basic package that we have created. This will link it with that. Okay, just do this much, and after that, publish this thing. Similarly, now click on add new, name it premium or whatever you want. Go ahead, and that was, I think, $19.99. Go to inventory, tick mark sold individually. Now go to listing and select this premium option and publish this thing as well. Now just to make sure whether they are linked properly or not, you can go to this listing plans and let's select premium. Edit this option, go ahead at the bottom, and under product you should see this premium option should be selected over here. So this is now working. Again, come back to that page, come back to this page, this private window page wherein we have logged in as a seller. Let's try it again, refresh this page. I hope it should work. Click on pay and publish. Okay, so as you can see, this is working. We have this premium package selected, $19.99. So basically $20 is showing. Now this page is looking a little bit bad, but don't worry, we'll fix the design at the end of this video. For now, you can do one thing, click on proceed to checkout. Fill in this form. Again, this page is also not looking that great, checkout page. We'll fix both these pages at the end of this video. For now, let's very quickly enter some detail. Now we can make payment through credit, debit card, ATM card, through PayPal, through cash on delivery. And after that, click on place order. Now once the order is placed, now we have to approve that order. So let's see how we can do that. So again, you have to come back to your website, go to your dashboard. And if you see this option, WooCommerce option, and if you hover over WooCommerce, click on orders, you will see that order over here. As you can see, this is the order. If I open this order, you will see all the different details related to this order. Now, because the payment is not done, it says pending payment, because if you remember, we have selected cash on delivery. If this payment was made through some other payment gateway, maybe through PayPal or Stripe, it would have been, instead of pending payment, you would have seen that payment is done and the order status would have been processing. Now, once you see that you have received this payment, you can now change the order status to completed and update this thing. So once you see that you have received the PayPal payment or Stripe payment, you can now change the status of the order to completed and mark it, just update this order. Now, if you see this option, listing option, if you click on listings from the left hand side, you will see this listing over here. And again, over here, it says unpaid because obviously we had selected cash on delivery. If we had selected, credit card or debit card or maybe PayPal, you would have not seen this option. Now, if I open this thing in a new tab, I can see this thing on my website. So this listing is now 100% working. All right. Now, this was all related to a single listing, the default listing style that is created. Now, let me show you how we can create a completely different type of listing style. For example, if you want to create events, if you want to create, real estate, if you want to create maybe restaurants, so different listing style for restaurant or different listing type for restaurants or, all the different option, real estate and all. Let's see how we can do that. Now, for that, again, we have to hover this option, Vlog Tools, and we have to select this bottom option, add listing type. So two types are already created. You'll see that thing over here as well. As you can see, listing is created, event is created. Let's see how we can create a new option. So to create a new style, you have to click on add new section And after that, under key, as you can see all these things at top. So under key it will be restaurant. So I'll type in that thing. And under slug also you have to type in the same thing. Now under name, type in restaurant, but just make sure the R is capital. Now under single, in fact you have to make it plural, so make it restaurants. And under singular you have to make it restaurant. You can see these things at top as well. As you can see, event, slug is also event, name is plural, and singular name is whatever your name is. Now if someone wants to add a new listing, what should that button say? So that button would say add restaurant. All right, so again just make it capital. Now you can do one thing, you can change image for this. For example, for this we have different, for all the different option we have different image. For example, for this I want to set a different logo image or icon image. So if I search for glass, let's select this glass icon for this. So click on use icon. For these options also we can change the icon, so click on this. For this, maybe we can search for calendar icon. So select this calendar icon and click on use icon. And similarly for this single listing, you can select to-do list or icon like that. Or maybe let's select this icon and click on use icon. So you can set different icons, and you can also set a different background color. Like we have green over here, we have pink over here. So for this, maybe let's select this blue color. All right. Obviously, if you want, you can select some other color. And finally, just go ahead and click on save changes. Now you can do one more thing. If you want to have this option, for example, if you want to use these options on your home page, like we have used these different types of listings on our home page, you can also set this featured image over here. So for that, you will come back to this option and you will see this background image. You can upload these images over here. So for example, for this, I want to use this image for restaurant. Then for events, I want to use some other background image, maybe this one. And for listings, I want to use some other background image. All right, maybe this one. All right. So similarly, if you want whatever image you want, you can select this thing and click on save changes. Now earlier what we did, you have to repeat that same process. So because we have created a new listing type, now we have to go ahead and create different plans for these for this listing type, for this restaurant. So you have to go to this option, listing plans. You have to create a new option. Okay, create a new plan, and you have to set this is for restaurant. Just let me show you that thing. If you click on add new, now under this option you have to select restaurant, you have to execute this thing, and after that you have to create a product and set it with this link it with this different plan. So just like I have shown you for listing, you have to follow the same process for restaurant. Obviously we are not going to do that, it will take a lot of time. We have already seen that entire process. So now you have to go ahead and create different plans and link them with this restaurant listing. Now with this, we have completed all the technical part of this website. Now only the designing part is left. Now before we proceed to the designing part, I want to show you one more thing. If you go to settings, if you just click on settings and click on general, or just click on settings from the left hand side. Now if you want to disable that option, become an author option, if you want to make a default user as contributor, you can set that thing over here. So if you select default role to contributor, now people don't have to go to that page, become an author, and they have to submit a request. By default, whenever creates an account on your website, they will be contributor, which means they can have their own dashboard and they can create a listing from the front end. So if you want that option, you can change the default role to contributor. Now let's create our home page. So to create a new page, obviously you'll come back to pages, add a new page, click on add new, and over here just give it a title of home. And from the right hand side, you have to select Will City Page Builder. Here it is, as you can see, Will City Page Builder. Select this template and publish this page. Now we have to set this page as our official home page. And to do that, you have to come back to your dashboard. And over here from the left hand side, hover over settings and click on reading. Now you have to select this option. Right now your home page is displaying latest post. We have to select the second option. We want to display a static page. Under home page, select this home that you have just created and click on save changes. Now that page has successfully become your home page. Now again, if you click on pages, and if you see that page, now as you can see, besides this page, it says front page. Now you can edit this page and we can start designing this page with Elementor. So for that, you can click on this button, edit with Elementor. Now using Elementor is very easy. We have to create these things section by section. So for example, if you see, first is your search section, then we have this section, then explore New York is your third section. Then, we have to create it section by section. And to add a new section, you need to click on this button, this plus button, red plus button, and you have to select how many columns you want. So for example, if you want 2 columns, you can click on 2. Now before we click on 2, if you see at the left hand side, we have different elements. But once you click on this option, those elements will disappear. And again, if you want to go back to those elements, you have to click on this 9 dots icon. If you follow my mouse cursor, you'll see this thing, click on this. Again, you will come back to this elements option. And whatever element you want, if you want to use button element, you can just drag and drop it over here like this. And now you'll have your button element. If you click on this button element, now at the left hand side, instead of those elements, you will see edit button, which means all the settings related to this particular element. Okay, so this is basically how this page works. Now I want to create it from scratch. So what I'll do is I'll delete this entire thing. Okay, and we'll start it from scratch. Now very first section we want is this search form. So I'll click on this plus button. We want a single row, single column. So I'll select the first one and now go back to elements. So click on this 9 dots icon and search for search form. You'll see this option, Will City search form. Drag and drop it over here. Now you won't see the preview. You have to change the style to creative, the default style we have, and we have to change this thing to creative, and you can add different tabs over here. So for example, we have listing over here, and if you want to add more tabs, you can click on this plus button. You can add restaurant as well. So these things will appear at top, as you can see, listing, event, restaurant. So maybe I want to add event as well. So I'll change this thing, and we have to change the tab title to event and tab title to restaurant. Now you can go ahead and save this page or update this page. Now if you open this page in a new tab, if you open your website in a new tab just to see the changes on your website, you will see this is how it is looking right now. All right. Now it is looking perfect. We have seen how to set this thing, and now we have created these 3 things, and the icons that we have set, you can see those icons as well. Glass icon, this calendar icon, and so on. I just want to do one thing. I want to decrease the space from top and bottom. Here, as you can see, we don't have that much space, but here we have a lot of space. So let's decrease the space at top and also at bottom. So for that, you will come back to this option. You have to click on edit section. Now sometimes you might not see that edit section. Let me show you what an edit section. If I add a new section, you'll see at top of this section, you'll see this 6 dots icon. So once you click on this 6 dots icon, you'll see this edit section at the left hand side. But here we are not able to see that. So to fix this thing, you can click on this option. At the bottom left of your screen, you will see this navigator icon. Once you click on this thing, you will see this navigation. You have to click on section over here. And now as you can see at the left hand side, we have edit section. Now under edit section, you can go to advanced and you can change the padding. So first just make it, just delink this thing, click on this thing, it will be delinked. Now at top we want 60 and at bottom also we want 60 pixels padding. Now just go ahead and update this page. Now we can cut this navigator. Again, if you come back to your website, refresh it, you will see space from top and bottom will be reduced. Okay, now this looks better. Now let's create a second section, which is this section. So for this, you will come back to this option, click on this plus button, add a single row, single section, and go back to elements and search for post types. Okay, Will City post types, drag and drop it over here. This is how it will look like. First of all, let's change the heading to Welcome to Will City or whatever your website name is. You can change the heading color as well if you want. You can add some description like we have it over here. So I'll add this description over here. Again, for this also you can change description color as well. I don't want to do this thing. Now I want to align them left hand side. So I'll select left alignment. Okay. And after that you have to select what all listings you want to see. So maybe I want to see, if you don't select anything, all the listings will show. If you select specific listings in specific orders, this is how it will show. All right, like this. Now we want to do one thing. Right now it is displaying 5 listings. You can change this thing. You can go to devices. You can see 5 items. You can make it 3 or you can make it 4. If you make it 3, this is how it will look like. In our demo website, we have made it 4. So if you want, you can make it 4 as well. Okay. And on mobile phone, it will display 1 item. On tablet, it will display 4 items. So you can control these things as well. And again, make sure to update this page. Now over here also, we have a lot of space at top and bottom. So if you want to get rid of this or if you want to control this thing, again, click on the 6 dots icon, edit section, go to advanced and make everything 0. So no padding from top or bottom or from any other place. Now update this page. Then we have a third and fourth section, which are very similar. In fact, the same section, just a little bit changes. So let's see how we can create a third section. Again, click on this plus button, add a single row. Now in this, we need to add listing tabs. So again, click on this option and search for listing tabs. You will see Will City listing tabs, a new one. You'll see Will City listing tabs and Will City listing tabs new. Drag and drop this new one over here. And after that, we can change the heading and all for this as well. Now here the heading says welcome to or explore New York. If you want, you can type in the same thing. Or if you want to, because we have not created New York, we have created Mumbai. So we can type in explore Mumbai. Image size by default is medium. If you want, you can make it full width. Just type in full. If you want to make it full, you can type in full. Or if you want to make the image size large, just type in large like this. That will change it. Okay. Or if you want to keep it at medium, you can keep it at medium as well. Just type in medium. Then second tab, we have this filter tab. Under filter tab, you can type in, you can add this filtration that is added over here. As you can see, all these filters, you can add it from here. Okay, so maybe I want to add listing, restaurant and events. Then you can select order by date, order by title. You can select these options as well. So maybe we want to display popular items over here. So popular, order by popularity. Then you can also select this thing, default order. You can select order descending or ascending. How many items you want, you can select this thing as well. So if you want 4 items, 6 items, and you will also have this thing over here. So if you want to show more items, you can show that, but you can have 4 columns or 3 columns. Okay, so you can have that thing as well. Then we have the navigation option. Now from here, you can select what all categories you want to display. So we have created only one, and what all locations. So in this case, because the title says explore Mumbai, we'll select the Mumbai location. Okay, so you can do it like this. Then we have more settings. We have the column settings. Select this column settings. And instead of 5, again, we want to display 4 items. As you can see, we are displaying 4 items in a row. So 4 items, and one item per row for mobile phone. So you can select this option and click on update. Or maybe before that, let's fix this padding again at top and bottom. So edit section, go to advanced. And instead of 9, the default padding, by the way, is 90 pixels. So instead of 90, we want to make it 60 at top and bottom. Again, update this page. Again, if you come back to this thing and refresh it, you will see a first section. We have added this second, and now we also have the third section. Now you can see the listing that we have created. Now no listing are created. No listings were found for Mumbai. So that is the reason why it says no listings found. But you can see the filtration is working, and this destination that we have added, this is also working. If I remove this filtration of Mumbai from here, navigation option, if I remove Mumbai, then it will display. If I just update this page and if I refresh it, okay, still it is not working. I think, okay, the reason is very simple. If you go back to a dashboard, we have not yet approved the listing. Now, because this listing was created by third party or a seller or contributor, you have to publish it by yourself. It will not be automatically published. So we just saw this thing, it was unpaid, but we did not publish it. So you have to open this listing and you have to publish it. Because if you see, location was already selected in Mumbai, so it should display Mumbai location. But here, as you can see, we have this publish button. So you need to click on this publish button to publish this listing. If you scroll down, you will see the location Mumbai was selected. So it should work. Now, once you publish it again, if you come back and refresh it, now it should work. And now, as you can see, this is working. So this was not the problem. Even if you select Mumbai, it will display. Because we have not published this thing, that is the reason why it was not displaying. Now let's see how we can create a fourth section. Now if you see, third and fourth section are very similar. So you just need to, duplicate this entire section. So if you right click over here, click on duplicate, this entire section will be duplicated over here at the bottom. So everything will be same. So instead of explore Mumbai, if it is some other location, for example, Pune, we can type in explore Pune. All the settings will be same. Just under navigation, instead of Mumbai, you can select Pune, which you have not created. So maybe I'll just select India for now. Okay, so all the settings will be same. Just change the location. And after that, we already have so much space. So I can go to edit section and delete this padding from top and bottom. So no padding from top and bottom. Again, update this thing. Then we have this section. Okay, places section, location section basically. So for that, again, we'll come over here and we'll add a new section, single row, single column. Now before this, if you again refresh it, you'll see that section will be present over here. Explore Pune. You can see this section present at the bottom. Now let's see how we can create this location section. Now over here we have to add a rectangle term widget or element. So you'll see this option, Will City rectangle term boxes. Drag and drop it over here. Now whatever title you want, the title over here is popular places around the world. If you want the same title, you can have it. If you want, you can also add some description and all. And after that, how many maximum items, I want to change this thing to 4. And under design, we have to change the layout also to 4 columns per row. Okay, this is how it will look like. All right. Now just make sure to change the padding. Instead of 90, we want to make it 60 from both top and bottom. Right now it looks better. Now we have the next section, which is this section. Now for this, first of all, let's update this thing. Now for this, we have to add a new section obviously, and we have to search for heading. So if you come back to elements and search for heading, you'll see Will City heading. Drag and drop it over here, because if you see, first we have this heading. Okay, this entire thing is this heading. Now under heading, first we have the blue mark. So this thing in the background, handpick, that is your blue mark. So if I type in that thing, as you can see in the background, then your heading is top listing this week. So this is my heading, and after that we also have this description. I'll type in this description, and now you'll have this similar design over here. You can change the alignment. Instead of center, you can make it left as well if you want. And after that, at the bottom, we want to add these boxes. So for that, again, come back to elements and search for slider. You will see this option, Will City listing slider. So select this option, Will City listing slider, and drag and drop it over here at the bottom. Okay, we don't want any title because we already have heading, so we don't want this heading. Now we have to select this post type, what all type of post you want to display. So whether you want to display blog post, pages, listing, restaurant. So we want to display listing. So we'll select listing block type or post type. Now under screen option, if you see this option listing on screen, you can display this thing. So we want to display 4 items over here. Okay, so for both 1600 and 1400, change this thing to 4 items. And obviously also for this 1200, because we want to display for bigger sizes screen, we want to display 4 items. And for mobile phone, we want to display 1 item, and for tablet, we want to display 2 items. All right. So you can set this thing and again go back to this row and change the spacing. This time at top, I want to add only 30 because we already have a lot of space over here. And at the bottom, I want to add 60 pixels. Again, if you update this thing, come back to your website and refresh it. Now, as you can see, if you scroll down, we have this section as well. All right. Now let's see the next section. So again, this is also a very similar section. We have already created this at top. So you can just go ahead, copy this section and paste it over here. Just change the settings. Instead of explore Pune, if you want to add some other location or some other type, you can select that thing. And finally, at the bottom, we have this thing as well. Now, this is also very similar. So for this also, first we'll copy this heading because we need this heading, paste it over here. And below this heading, now we have to add this thing. This is icon box. So for this, if you come back to this elements and search for icon box, you will see Will City box icon, drag and drop it over here. So first of all, let's select the icon. So here, if you want this icon, for example, you can select this option, select icon on, and whatever icon you want. For example, let's select this Apple icon. Okay, so this is we have to add 3 columns first of all. So I'll delete this thing. We need to add 3 inner columns over here. So select inner section, drag and drop it over here because obviously we have 3 options over here. Now we have 2 columns. If you want to add one more, right click on this edit column and click on this option, add new column. Now in the left hand side, again, search for icon box or box icon, drag and drop it over here. Select whatever icon you want. Maybe let's select this Android icon. Then after that, whatever your heading is, maybe this is my heading. And then after, whatever your content is. And just like this, you can add one more. I'll just copy and paste it over here just to save some time. Now you can click on the second one, change the icon for the second one, change the title for this one. And after that, you can also change the description. So you can go ahead and do this thing. Then after that, the very last section is this masonry section. So if you come back to this option, add a new section. First, we can just go ahead and add this section. So if you search for this option, term boxes, or if you just search for masonry term boxes, okay, this is the one, drag and drop it over here. Now, whatever your title is, the latest listing, and after that, whatever the listing is. So this will basically, if you want to display different locations or if you want to display something like that, you can display it. So here, as you can see, it is displaying location. If you want to display different listing categories, for example, we created destination and so on, you can also display different listing categories. And for this also, just make sure that top and bottom padding is 60 pixels instead of 90, and update this page. And with this, you have 100% completed your home page. Now we can actually cut this thing, come back to our dashboard. Now let's see how we can manage promotion. So if somebody wants to promote their listing, for example, if you again open this website in a new private window, now let me log in as that contributor that we have created that listing. Let me log in as that contributor. So as you can see, once you log in, now we can redirect this person to some page. Let me actually open this dashboard, or maybe let's go to listings under this dashboard. So this person, this contributor can see that this is the listing that they have created. Now if this person wants to promote this listing, maybe on search pages, on different listing sidebars. So if somebody is watching some other listing and if this person wants to promote this listing, his listing on that page or on the home page or any other page. So what we'll do is we'll create different pricing plans for this as well. So if someone wants to promote their listing, they'll have to pay certain amount of money and their listing will be, on top of search on or listing sidebar for these many days for this price. Let's see how we can set up that thing. So for that, again, hover over this Vlog tools and click on promotions. We need to create different promotion plans for this. So first of all, click on this add plan button. Once you do that, first make sure you tick mark this thing, toggle promotion. Now once you click on add plan, you will see this thing at the top, at the bottom. Now under promotion ID, just give it any unique ID. So just type in 1 if you want. Package name. So maybe this is listing sidebar. If somebody wants to, post their listing or promote their listing in a single listing sidebar, they can select this plan. So listing sidebar, this thing will be available for 30 days and maybe they will have to pay $30 for this. Now under preview URL, you can do one thing. You can open your media option in a new tab and you can download free few images. So again, the file that you have downloaded from our website, if you open that file, you will get few images and in fact you will get this entire folder promotion. Under this, you will see I've given you all these images. So for example, if I see here it is, as you can see, listing sidebar. If I open this thing, so basically this image will tell the user that if they select this listing, where their listing will be promoted. So as you can see in this single listing page, their listing will be promoted over here at top of this sidebar. Okay, so you have to upload this file and you have to copy this file URL. So click on copy, come over here, paste in this thing under preview URL, and we also have to associate with some WooCommerce. So first let's click on save changes. Let's create a WooCommerce product with this and associate it. So we'll open this products page in a new tab and we'll add a new product. So click on add new. I'll name the product the same thing under like we have named the package name so that we know what this package is associated with which product. So I'll copy the package name, paste it under product name. Now scroll down just under pricing, type in $30 because here also the pricing is $30. Type in that thing and just publish this thing. Now if you come back to this page and search for listing sidebar, you'll see this option listing sidebar. Select this thing and click on save changes, or maybe you can click on execute. Click on save changes. Let's try to refresh it and see whether this is working. If I refresh this page, okay, so this is selected. Now if I again go back to that contributors page and if I refresh this page, now as you can see this contributor will get this button boost post. So if this contributor wants to promote this post, they can click on this button and they can see the package. If they want to promote this under listing sidebar, they can select this, click on boost now. Okay, so here it says a thank you page is required. So let's very quickly create a thank you page before we proceed further. So open pages, click on add new and give it any title. So I'll just give it a title of thank you. And under this thing, I'll type in thanks for purchase. Obviously you can do one thing. Instead of just keeping it simple like this, you can use Elementor and design this whole thank you page. But I'm not doing this thing obviously. I'll just add this thing and I'll change this thing into a heading just to make it a little bit bigger. All right, like this. And you can also change the font size. You can change the color to something like this or whatever color you want. And after that, under template, you can set this thing to, I think, yeah, we have this thing, Will City thank you, and publish this page. All right. Then again, come back. We had one more page, cancel order. So if I click on add new, add a new page, cancel order, and over here under template select will city cancel order. So this one will city cancel and publish this thing. Now again come back to this thing and we have to set these pages as well. So for this again click on Vlog submission, which is over here, and set these two pages as well. So if you scroll down, you will see this option. Okay, here it is. As you can see, add listing page checkout, thank you page. Let's select this thank you, cancel page, cancel order, select that thing. Okay, and let me see few more things if it is required. If I scroll down, or if you go at top, the rest everything looks good. Just submit this thing. Again, let's go ahead, let's refresh this thing and try it again. Now if I click on boost post, select this page, click on boost now. Now you'll be redirected to this page, and again you have to click on proceed to checkout, fill in this form, and place this order. So your details are already present. Just select whatever payment gateway you want and click on place order. Now once you place this order, you will get this option, thank you, your order has been received, or whatever the thing is. And again you have to go ahead, you as an admin of this website, you have to approve this order. So if you go to WooCommerce orders, you will see this new order is placed. If you click on this thing, this is processing. Suppose if you have received this payment, just mark this thing as completed and update this order. And with this is now 100% completed. Now whenever a new listing is created, this listing will show at the sidebar of that listing as a promoted listing. So if you again come back, I think we forgot this thing. Under position, it should be listing sidebar. Okay, and whether you want to show in the same listing location, or when the listing is in the same category, then this will show in the sidebar or from the same location. Or if you want to show up on all listing, you can do this thing as well. I would recommend you to select listing in same category or location. Now click on save changes again. Similarly, you can go ahead, add a new listing. I have given you all these promotion images, as you can see, for top up search, for blog sidebar, wherever this person wants to do. You can create different plans and you can add these images, give different pricing and all. So you can create these type of promotions. Now let's see how we can create different blog posts. So if you click on post, let me actually come over here, open the blog page, so that we can see how a single blog post looks like, and we can copy paste this thing. Okay, so looks like I have not created any blog post in the demo website. Let me show you how you can create your own blog post, by the way. So if by default you will see this whole hello world over here, you obviously should be deleting this thing. This is a dummy post. Now to create a new blog post, click on this add new button. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me use some other website just to copy paste the blog details. So if I open this blog post, this is the blog post title. So I'll paste it over here. And in the bottom, whatever your content is, you will enter your content at the bottom. So if you see, for example, this is this is a title, or this is a heading, you can copy and paste in this thing. This is when you copy paste anything or type in anything, this is just a regular paragraph. If you want to make it heading, click on this thing and select heading. Okay, now as you can see, you can make it heading 2, heading 3, and after that below this thing you can add, this is simple text. So we'll copy and paste it in this simple text. And below this thing, if you want to add something like this is basically a block quote. So you can click on this plus button over here and search for block quote. You will see this quote option. Now whatever your quote is, for example, this is my quote, maybe this much. Copy it, paste it under quote, and under citation, whatever the name is. So whoever has quoted that thing. Then you can also add these kind of list, and in fact you can also add different columns. So to add new column or to add multiple columns, again click on this plus button, search for columns. Here you have this thing. Now how many columns? Maybe we want 2 columns, 50-50. So we'll select this option. In the left column, maybe I want to display a list. So search for list, and you can create your own list like this we have created over here. I'll just copy and paste it over here. Obviously you can create your own list. Do the same thing over here. Search for list, create a new list. So just like we have seen Elementor, this is how this also works, very much similar. Then if you want to add any image, you can click on this plus button, add an image, and so on. Now at the right hand side, under blog post, you can give it some category. So maybe let's give it a category of news or blog post. Click on add new category, and you can also give some featured image that will display at top like this. So let's select some featured image for this. I'll just upload one of these images that we have used. Click on set featured image and publish this post. So this is how a single blog post is created. If you open this in a new tab, this is how it will look like. You have your title, all the things that you have added. This is how it looks like. Okay, let's come back to this dashboard. Now let's see how we can create. In fact, we have created all the pages. Just 2 pages are left, about page and contact page. We have to use Elementor for those as well, but obviously I'm not going to waste a lot of time because we have already seen how to use Elementor on the home page. So I'll give you 2 pages. In fact, I'll give you the file of these pages. You can just import them on your website. Let me show you how you can do that. So click on pages, add new to add a new page. Under title, type in about us, and from the template you have to select Will City Page Builder. Here it is. Select this option and publish this page. Now click on edit with Elementor. Now if you open the file that you have downloaded, in that you'll see pages folder, and in this pages folder you'll see about page and contact page file. So come back to this thing, click on this folder icon, add template, go to my templates. Right now you won't see any templates, so you'll need to import one. Click on this import template and select this file. So go to pages, select about us Will City, open this file. Now once it is imported, just click on insert and this entire page will be imported for you, just like this. Now whatever changes you want to do, you can just select this thing. For example, if you want to change the title, click on title. We have already seen this thing in the home page, just change the content. Similarly, if you want to change this thing, click on it. Instead of this image, you can add some other image. Instead of this text, you can add some other text. And instead of this image, so you can just replace this with your own content. So page is created, designed for you, just need to change the content. Now again, come back to dashboard. Let's create our contact page. So again, add new. Let's give it a title of contact us. And again, template will be Will City Page Builder, publish this post. Now edit with Elementor, import template. Again, go to my templates. We already have this thing. Now let's import this contact page template as well. Open. Now we can insert this template. Okay, so this is how it looks like. We don't have the contact form. So if you click on this contact info, you need to select this contact form 7. One form will be already created for you. Just select that form. Okay, now this is the form. At the left hand side, you have all the details. If you want to change this detail, click on item 1. Instead of this address, enter your own address. Similarly, select item 2. Instead of this phone number, just type in whatever your phone number is. It will, display over here on this website. And after that, update this page. Now again, come back to dashboard and let's create a blog page. So a page wherein we can display all the different blogs that we are creating on our home page. So again, come back to dashboard and add a new page. Click on add new. Give it a title of blog. And publish this page. Now just like we set home page, we also have to set this blog page. So if you come back to your dashboard and if you hover over settings and click on reading, you will see under post page you have to select this blog and click on save changes. Now with this, everything is completed except for header and footer. So everything is done except for this header and footer. We have not seen, we have not created this menu. We have not seen how to change this logo, and we don't have our footer right now. So let's fix this header and footer thing. Again, come back to your dashboard. Now under appearance, you'll see this widgets option. In fact, before widgets, let's create a menu. So under appearance, click on menus. Now let's first create our main menu, which is this menu. Okay, as you can see. So let's give it a title of main menu or primary menu, whatever title you want, and click on create menu. Now select what all pages you want over here. So maybe I want home page, blog page, about page, and search page. Okay, maybe these 4 pages. I'll select this thing. If you want to add more pages, if you want to add your contact page as well, you can select this thing. I want to bring search page at top. And once you create your main menu, always make sure you tick mark this thing, Will City menu, and click on save menu. Now if you come back to your website and refresh it, you can see your menu over here. Will obviously fix the design and all. Now let's create one more menu. Click on create a new menu, and this is for footer. In the footer also you'll see we have created 2 different menus. So you can create footer 1, and after that you can create footer 2. I'll show you footer 1. Similarly, you can create footer 2 as well. So give it any title, click on create menu. Now select all the pages you want. So here, as you can see, we have selected around 7 pages. So whatever pages you want, you can select them and click on add to menu. This time you don't have to tick mark anything at the bottom, just click on save menu. Now with this you have created your menus. Now we can fix the widgets. So under appearance, click on widgets, and this is related to footer and some other pages. First, let's see the footer thing. So this is how it will look like. You have to do one thing. You have to select footer 1, 2, 3 and 4. Under footer 1, we want to first add an image, and after that we want to add this statistics. So first click on this, select footer 1, click on this plus button, search for image and upload your image. Now whatever your, I think we have already uploaded the logo. Maybe not. So let's upload our logo. Obviously you will upload your own logo. I'll just upload this dummy logo over here. Click on open and now click on select. Now below this thing I want to add statistics, so I'll search for that. Here as you can see, Will City statistics, and it will automatically display. So as you can see, it will display number of places, total number of people and all. Right. Now you can minimize footer 1. Let's go to footer 2. We have this menu over here in the footer 2. So I'll copy the title, discover, come over here. Under footer 2, search for navigation menu. Select this option and I'll give it a title of discover and select footer 1. Similarly, go to footer 3 and search for navigation. And for this, if you had created another menu, you can select that menu and give it some other title. Then after that, at the end, we have this thing, MailChimp. So you can click on footer 4, click on this plus button, search for MailChimp, select Will City MailChimp. Now if you want to learn how to integrate MailChimp on your website, how to do free email marketing and all, there is a video on my channel, on my YouTube channel. If you just go to YouTube and search for Nayesh Sheikh MailChimp email marketing or just Nayesh Sheikh MailChimp, you'll get that video. Make sure to watch that video. You'll learn how to use MailChimp on your website, how to integrate it with your website and how to do free email marketing with that. Now update this page. Now again, if you come back to your website and refresh it, let's go at the bottom. You can see this is how it is looking. Okay, so this is working. Now you need to create one more menu. If you want, you can create, in fact, you can select this option, listing taxonomy sidebar, and you can add those promotion thing. So if you search for promotion, you'll see there are so many different promotion option. Will City promotion, location, single page, single listing. If you select single listing, on single listing page, you can select different promotions. You can give it some title like suggestions or similar, something like that. Okay. You can also change these things. After that, you can just update it. Now, once you update this thing, you have to go to this option. If you remember, we had created this option. If you hover over Willow tools, you will see listing settings. Open that in a new tab. We have already seen how to set different sidebar, how to control these widgets, how to control this thing at top under this sidebar listing, under this thing, listing settings. You have to select a single sidebar, and we have already added promotion, but now we have to select a promotion ID. If you remember, we have added this ID 1. Make sure you select this promotion ID 1 over here. Once you create more promotions, you can add more promotion tabs over here and you can select those IDs. Now go at the bottom and click on save changes, which is over here. And now this thing will start working. You can see different promoted listings on different other listings. Okay, so this is working. Now we can again cut this thing. If you want, you can add more promotion option. You can search for promotion category. You can add promoted categories, promoted locations. All those things can be added from here. Now finally, let's see our theme settings. So if you see under appearance, you will see theme options. Click on that because we have to change the logo and all. We can also style this thing a little bit. So go to logo. Similarly, if you see the single listing, I don't want this thing as my header. I want that slider image as my header. So for that, all those things, you will do that under theme settings. So first, let's start with general setting. First, you can upload your favicon. So let me show you what a favicon is. Now favicon, for favicon, you should upload something like this, a square image like this. If I select this thing, I'll show you what a favicon is. If I save this thing, if I open my same website in a new tab, and if I refresh it, let me show you what a favicon is. Now, as you can see, this is a favicon. It will display it over here. Like you have Google and YouTube favicons, that is what it is. Okay. Now you can upload your logo. So I'll upload my logo. I'll select this logo, click on select. For Retina logo also, you can select a higher resolution logo for this thing. You can select menu color, whether you want transparent menu or dark background menu. You can select all these things. Then we have front end dashboard, register and user. Let's see if you have anything useful. Okay, login register type. We want to redirect our people to user dashboard. So whenever someone logs into to the website or create a new account with your website, we want to redirect them to the user dashboard page. So redirect the page after creating an account. You can select this option, and after that click on save settings. And one more setting, if you see over here, confirm user email. Now if you remember, when I created that account on this website in a new private window, I entered my email password, and after that I was successfully logged in. So in that process, email was not verified. So because this is by default disabled, if you enable this thing, so whenever a new person creates an account on your website, they will have to first verify their email address. So they will get some code on their email or some link. They will have to click on that link and they will have to verify the email. Only then they can create this thing, or only then they can create an account on your website. Then after that we have users. So you can have a default avatar. So here also, again, if you see your website, we don't see any avatar over here. Like we have this thing. So you can set a default avatar and cover image for your website. Let me set a default avatar over here. We don't have any, so let me upload that thing. I've given you this image as well. So this is maybe my default user image or avatar. Now we can click on select. Rest everything looks good. Save changes. Again, if you come back to this website, refresh it. After that, you should see that default avatar. So if a person or a contributor has not changed their profile image, this will be the default image. Then we have customize. Okay, this is not really important. Map we have already seen. Now search settings. Okay, search page is not the shop page. You should select this search page over here. So under search, select this search page. You can select full width or default. Then after that, rest everything looks good. Click on save changes. Now under directory type, let's see. I think everything is good. Map page, again, this will be a search page, not shop page. And rest everything looks good, I guess. Yes, click on save changes. Now add listing general setting. Yeah, everything is good over here. Booking setting, if you want to enable booking setting, you can create an affiliate account on booking.com and add that option. Google AdSense, you can see this option. In fact, you can open this link in a new tab. So this is the documentation page. You can go through this documentation and learn how you can insert Google Ads on this page, okay, on your website. In fact, this documentation is pretty good. If you go to this website, documentation.willcity.com/knowledge base. Okay, if you go to this website, this is a pretty good documentation. If you have any problem related to this website or theme, you can refer to this documentation. Then we have the blog page, a sidebar. Everywhere we have this right sidebar. Then social network, you can enter your social network links, your Facebook, Twitter links. Then for footer, change this copyright text. Instead of this, I'll type in 2021 made by Nayesh Sheikh. All right, click on save changes, and after that the rest everything is good. Just under this advanced settings, if you want to change the style of your website a little bit, for example, if you see your website right now, this is how it is looking. My website is looking a little bit better. If you see the demo website, you might not be able to see all the different changes. For example, the font family that I've used over here is different. If you see the menu, this looks different. This menu looks different. Also, this button looks a little bit different. The padding is different, but this button looks bigger. So there are some subtle changes that I've done on my website. So if you want to do those things, you can open the file that you have downloaded and you can open this CSS folder. Okay, basically CSS file, copy everything from here, come back to advanced, and under custom CSS, paste in this thing. Okay, after that it will start working. Just one more thing, if you see the very first code is this, post ID 13 and 14. Now for me it was post ID 13 and 14, but for you it might be different. So post ID 13 and 14 is basically for cart page and checkout page, because our cart page was small and checkout page was also small. I made it full width. If you see over here, I have just made it full width. So you just have to confirm that your cart page and checkout page ID. So if you open pages in a new tab, you will see your cart page and checkout page. So if you open this cart page, if you click on edit, now once you edit this thing, you can see at top post is equal to 13. So this is the ID 13. So here, okay, we have 13. If it was 26, so what you would have done is instead of 13, you would have just made it 26 like this. But because it is also 13, I don't want to change this thing. Then we have this checkout page. So select this, edit. This post ID is equal to 14, which is good. So here also it is 14. So we don't need to change this thing. Now click on save changes. Now if you open your cart page, for example, let me show you that cart page. If I open this cart page, now as you can see, it is full width, and also all these things are also changed. If I open a single listing or if I open this search page, everything is looking now much better because of this simple CSS that I've given you. If I open this single listing, everything is popping, so looking much better. This icon colors are now changed. Earlier it was different color. If you notice that, I don't know. But now these icons color are changed. All these things are now changed. This is looking a much better design. Okay. Okay, we have not seen this slider, how we can make this thing slider. I think it will be under directory type, I guess. Yeah, here it is. Featured image type, make it not this thing. In fact, it is at top listing template. Yeah, slider. Under listing template, make it slider, and image, make it full or make it large. Okay, make it large and save this page. Again, if you come back to this page and refresh it, now you should see that slider like this. So basically what it is doing, it is getting all these media files from bottom, all these images, gallery images, and converting it into this slider. Okay, so this is how it is done. Now people can come, they can go through the listing, they can inbox it. If they want to contact this listing owner, they can message this person, and all these things that we have created is now 100% working, as you can see on your screen. Alright, so with this, we have 100% completed this tutorial. I hope you guys find this video helpful. If you find this video helpful, if you learned something new from this video, then make sure to subscribe to this channel and click on the bell icon so that you don't miss any future notifications. Now, if you like this video, give a thumbs up to this video and share it with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, whatever social media platform you use. And throughout the video, if you have any doubts, any comments, any suggestions for me, you can always leave them in the comments section below. And finally, thank you so much for watching this video. See you in the next one.